Hey, welcome to 21 Minutes or Less. And we're going live today to discuss ways that we can trick ourselves into self care, but then we also want to treat ourselves into some self care. And I'm Keysha, I'm one of the hosts of the 21 Minutes or Less podcast.
And I am Nakiea Smith, the other host for the 21 Minutes or Less podcast.
Yes. So I guess we can start off with talking about some ways that we may have been able to trick or treat ourselves into some self care. And I know for me, I literally just had to do this yesterday. I was so stressed. I had a lot of stuff to do. So I was like, I'm not doing any homework today. I'm not gonna even attempt to do it. And I pretty much was like, I'm gonna just eat Chipotle today. That's like my favorite
Mhm.
food. And it's like it kind of was like, well, you got to eat anyway. So you might as well go ahead and just indulge in something that you really, really, really want. Even though I have been trying not to eat out lately. So I was like, okay, I'm tricking myself into a little self care day. Even though I'm not doing too much, I'm just one, not doing the homework, and two, going to eat my favorite food. So it's like I had to eat food anyway. So it was kind of just like perfect. And it was something that I hadn't even planned for that day. So it was like the cherry on top of my day.
Okay, I love that. I guess since you gave a trick, I'll give a trick for myself. So one thing I do to trick myself into like cleaning or decluttering is I will find like one of my favorite podcasts or a YouTuber, and but their YouTube or podcast has to last for at least 2 hours because I'm timing myself. So I'm giving myself those 2 hours to either clean up or declutter. But I'm not really like focused on the cleaning up a little bit because I'm like focused on what I'm listening to. And it's helping me not only
Mm,
be distracted and get lost into what they're saying, but it's also keeping me accountable for the time because after that time is up, that's it.
yeah,
I'm not doing anything else until the next time.
I literally do that same thing. So I'm glad you said that because I was turning on a podcast that lasts for like 3 hours, and
Mhm.
they have three new episodes I haven't listened to. So I'm like, okay, I got plenty of time to just listen to them and get stuff done and be productive at the same time, or to relax and do something that is like more chill, but it's like I probably wouldn't have did it if I just had my idle mind. But the
Right.
podcast, it help you feel like, okay, I'm setting the vibe. It's almost like a small little conversation is happening around you, but
Mhm.
it's just like you chilling and talking to the person. Mm,
Yes.
yes. Okay, so I guess I can do a treat now. So for me, something I like to do and treat myself to is getting my nails done.
Mhm.
I like to get my eyelashes done. I like to get my hair done. So like when I'm setting those appointments up, it's like super, super, super exciting for me because I just feel like, yes, I get to relax. A lot of that stuff takes time. So it's like the whole time I'm sitting in the nail shop, I'm just listening to music and just or catching up on that's when I listen to podcasts too. It's
Mhm.
like not just when you trying to, do something, be productive, but relaxing. I'm like, okay, this probably would be boring if I was just sitting here getting my nails done. But the partnering it with the podcast listening, that really helps me to feel like I'm relaxing. So that
Yes.
and getting waxes, like just aesthetics of like myself, that excites me. Like, okay, I'm finna treat myself to some self care today.
Yes. So for me, I like to, I have to be honest, I like to shop. I was in denial for a long time. And you know what be getting me? It be them ads on Facebook and Instagram every time, especially when they have a sale. And I'm like, man, you be having like FOMO, like you fearful of missing out. Like, what if they don't have another sale? Like, I need to get this now.
They are getting you, girl.
They are
They
getting
are
me.
getting
They
you.
are getting me for real. But yeah. Especially don't let Sheen come across and then they have like a sale, something that was like $20 and now it's like $7.
They are. Do you know these are marketing tactics?
I know. I
Wow,
know this. But I be still getting got. Listen,
wow.
but
How can
I
you
have
break this
to
cycle, Nakia?
I have to tell myself all the time, like if I'm gonna spend it, then I'm just gonna go ahead and spend it. But I also like give myself give myself a budget though. You gotta do it with
Okay,
a budget. And then I always take inventory of what I already have. So I was like, okay, is this something similar to something that I already have? And if it is, I don't get it. So I do have some parameters up before I purchase.
wow. I guess that's still self care in a sense because you got a budget.
Yes.
Budget is self care. I'm dead at you getting got by the marketing ads on
Listen,
Facebook.
listen, the truth still shit you free.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. Okay, so I guess we could do some more tricks. So for me, one thing that I do to trick myself into self-care is scheduling things in advance because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend my money on this or that. But even with stuff like getting my nails done, if I make an appointment before, I'm like, okay, I got this coming up. So I'll start like saving more or feeling like, okay, let me spend less so that I can actually enjoy this and not feel like this is a financial burden on me. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, even with doctor's appointments and stuff, it's like, okay, the anticipation, it got me feeling like, dang, okay, this is coming. I'm excited. I'm giving self care. But if I just had to like go into the doctor like it was a store, I would not probably go like immediately
Mhm.
because I would put it off and put it off. So it's kind of like, okay, you get to force yourself into some self care, but you don't got to do it right now.
Yeah. So another way I trick myself into self care is so anytime that I'm eating, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not working. I'm not doing
Mhm.
anything else. Like I can watch TV. I'm not even on social media like when I'm eating because you gotta scroll. Like how you gonna do that and you eating? So I try to use
Mhm.
that time to like do something where I'm not using my hands because they already occupied. And then I'm also using that time to relax because when you're eating, if you're in
Yeah.
a hurry, you could be chewing too fast and you're not even chewing all your food correctly, so it's not going to digest right. And then I like to indulge in my food. Like I like to like taste all the flavors.
Mhm.
I like to actually feel satisfied when I'm eating. So that's one way I trick myself into relaxing, but also, feeding myself. And then I might indulge in TV or I don't really watch TV. Let me stop lying. YouTube or something or something where I'm
Yeah.
not using my hands. Yeah.
No, I think that's important though because that's like very mindful eating habits. And like
Mhm.
you just said, they help with digestion. So I don't think people realize like you might not be digesting your food. You might not be chewing it enough. You might not be, salivating enough because you so busy watching TV or you so busy trying to drive and eat. And now your heart is in like fight or flight because you're doing something else and not giving your attention to like
Mhm.
eating and you're not even digesting it right. So I think that's important. And that's something you got to keep doing like forever. So it's something you should do like as often as possible.
Yes, because I used to work and eat, and I'm like, that's not healthy. Like, this is the time I should be relaxing and enjoying my food, you know?
Yes, absolutely. It's counterproductive. Okay, so for me, a treat is going to get a massage. So, of course, it's like a lot of mental health benefits, a lot of physical health benefits, but also stuff that you might not think about. Like it help with your posture, it help with your sleeping habits, it help you with a lot of different stuff. So that's
Mhm.
something that I feel like I'm now more regularly doing. Before it would be something where I'm like, okay, I might go do it like once or twice a year. But now it's like coming more habitual, and it's causing me to like, again, they go back to scheduling. Like I got one literally set for next Wednesday, and it's something I've like progressed in. So I see how like my self-care habit with it has grown. I
Mhm.
used to get like 30 minutes. Now then I got like 45 minutes. Now I get like an hour massage. And it's like before it was like every once in a year. Now it's like every month. So I feel like it's something that it has now become a part of my self-care regimen. And I'm very purposeful about it.
Yes, I love that. Nothing like a good massage. Okay.
Yes.
So one of the tricks that I love is traveling. Okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love to travel, whether it's out of the country or just to another state or, you know, anything of that nature because I just love being in a different environment. Like being in a different
Yeah.
environment, eating different types of food, learning about different cultures, meeting new people. It's all a plus for me. And then if I'm
Mhm.
getting into a hotel or an Airbnb, I'm just like getting ideas like, oh, when I when I get my house, this and this is where I'm gonna put in here, or I need to get this for my place. Like let's talk about the thread counts of the sheets in the hotel. Like, ain't nothing like it. Like,
Yes.
you know? So it's kind of like just using all that time to relax and enjoy, especially if I'm near a beach or near some water. That's always a plus
Mhm.
for me too, because I love water. Water just so relaxing for me.
Yes.
I get new ideas. I feel rejuvenated. So traveling for me is definitely a treat.
Yes. What's a beach that you like to go to?
Ooh, a beach I like to go to. I guess any beach in Florida.
Yeah.
As long as it's not hurricane season. But some of the best beaches I have been to has been like out of the country. I don't remember the name of it, but I've been to like a private island where they had a beach in
Hmm.
Colombia and then Trinidad and Tobago. Like it's it's a little bit different. Like the water is like clear. You can see straight to the bottom.
Yeah.
We went like on a it's called a bottomless like cruise or stuff like that because you can actually see through like the bottom or whatever. But it was like so nice. I did it in Trinidad and Tobago. But yeah.
Yeah. You got any places you would like to go to in the future?
Yes, like Bora Bora,
Hmm.
Belize. I can go on. If it was my if it was up to me, I'll visit everywhere as long as it's safe. As long as it's safe and I'm welcome there, you know, I travel all over. If I could make that a living, listen, any travel agencies out there need an ambassador.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I like that. I definitely want to go to Belize for sure. I gotta go to Belize. That's like goals. And I'm going to Costa Rica soon.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going in January. So I'm excited. But I don't know if it's gonna be a beach, honestly. But it's gonna be lit.
I just let me know what the food hitting, cause it the food can make or break a place. It really can. Because when
Yeah.
I went to Paris, I had so many high hopes for the food, but to be honest, out of all the places I've been to, their food was the least favorable. You know, flavorful for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but their food wasn't good. It was at the bottom of my list. Yeah.
Dang. When did you go to Paris?
I went with Clayton State in my graduate school year. I forgot what year that was. But
Oh,
hold on. Let me check.
oh.
What year was that?
Well, I'm excited to go with my school too. I feel like
2017.
you said 2015.
2017.
Oh, 17. Okay. That wasn't too long ago. So I'm disappointed in Paris. I thought it was a long time ago.
Listen, the food wasn't hitting. It wasn't. At
Yeah.
least not to me.
Oh, snaps. No. I don't know. I gotta go back to Paris. I went when I was really, really, really little, but I don't remember the food or nothing really. So that was kind of a waste.
But for people who can't travel for whatever reason, you can always trick yourself into being a tourist of your own area. Like you
mm,
can like go around and explore because no matter how long you live somewhere, there's things you haven't done or there's areas that you haven't really explored like that and that you don't even know exist because they have like the same routine every day. So
yes. Or
yeah.
you can even have a staycation. I feel
Yeah.
like that's another way to trick yourself because you don't have to go nowhere for you to have the vibes. Like if your city got a downtown that's nice and it's a
Hmm.
hotel you never stayed at, you might want to check it out. Go stay down there, you know? Try to see what you can, explore. Like she said, it's stuff in every city. So make sure you know what's going on in your city because then you can have, when people come to your city, you can have things for them to do instead of saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, Google. You can have personal experiences, you know,
Yes. And Groupon and Eventbrite always have free stuff for you to do.
always. And Facebook as well. Always have free stuff. And a lot of times too, if you go into like a library, they have a whole bunch of activities like actually pinned on the board, like
Hmm.
just a whole bunch of flyers with stuff. So check that out as well.
Okay. What else you got for us, Keisha?
Yes. So for tricking yourself, one thing I like to do, depending on the activity, of course. But I like to talk to my friends while I'm doing stuff. So if
Okay.
I'm trying to get something done, like for instance, I might be trying to get my car washed. I could do that and talk to my friends. So now I'm getting that social aspect of the self care. But then also it's like, okay, I'm getting my car clean. That's still self care, even though it's not me, it's my car. So people
Hmm.
might not have a understanding of just how much seeing all the random debris and receipts and stuff spilled in the car could really affect your mental because every time you get in the car, you start thinking like, dang, I need to clean my car out. So it's like just, treat yourself to a car wash inside and out, every so often because just like the outside of the insides of your car, like the
Hmm.
mechanics need maintenance, so do your actual car, the aesthetics as well. So that's the
Absolutely.
way I trick myself. I talk to my friends while I'm getting my car washed or getting my car detailed.
Love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into treat yourself. So I want you to give yourself a treat by taking your dreams seriously. There's
Hmm.
nothing like it. Like, is there if there's something that you always wanted to do it. My motto is nothing beats a failure but a try. Because what you don't want to happen is because life happens. Life be life.
Hmm.
So if you have the time, the resources to do it now, just do it. Just do it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. At least you tried. And the ways you can do that is by setting goals. We all about setting smart goals, making them realistic, making them timely, and doing all the things. If you know, you know. But
Hmm.
always take the time out to pursue your dreams because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yes, I definitely think that's important because most people they want to be able to like have that stability and like
Mhm.
that. Okay, I'm about to have this job or this business that's been working for years instead of doing something I really want to do because they fear. So it's like when you fear, it's like you're not impacting your self care in a positive way. Self care, in a sense, could mean like being fearless because
Mhm.
when you're scared of stuff, it's like you're holding yourself back. So it's like anti self care.
Exactly. And then the job is always going to be there. So if it don't work out, you can always go back to a job.
Yes, that's true. Have you ever went back to a job?
After I left the job,
Yeah.
I have only did that once, and that was
Hmm.
coaching.
That was who?
Coaching at Clayton State, being an academic
Oh.
coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the only job I ever went back to. Mhm.
Okay. Shout out to you. I think I went back to two jobs before. One was like a pizza place in college
Okay.
because I used to get so many tips. Like I was a delivery driver and I used to get my hourly pay plus the tips and it was just like really good money. So I was like, dang, I might need to go back here. And
Mhm.
then when I went back, the tips was not the same. It was like
Dang.
they had two locations. So when I went back, I went to a different location and they didn't get a lot of deliveries and they used to overschedule the delivery drivers. So it's like I might get like three tips in a night in a 5, 6 hour shift. I used to get like constant back to back deliveries at the other locations. So I was like, no, I'm finna quit. I'm like, the money not even what it used to be.
Dang.
And then what's another place I went back to? Oh, the only other place I went back to was the grocery store. So that was like my first ever job in high school. I worked there from when I was 16 to when I was 17 when I left for
Mhm.
college. So I went back like over the first like winter break and I worked for like a month. But I didn't never do it again because actually, did I? I think I did go back to them twice. I went back to them twice. I ended up going back like another summer. But after that, I stopped because I felt like they would take too long to re-onboard me because I had been gone so long. So it would be pretty much like, dang, I'm already missing a whole month trying to get onboarded, and I only got a month and a half to work.
Right.
And I wasn't making no money for real. I was the cashier. I worked at a grocery store. But okay, yes. I think for me, a way to treat myself very purposefully is to try something different. Like just try
Okay.
something new that I never have done before and to be able to like just I don't want to call it a hobby, but just to like explore like, okay, I actually like this or I don't like this. I know
Mhm.
one thing I've been trying lately is like to color. So like I've been coloring in this book they gave us through our wellness department at school. And they actually gave us a bookmark that's like a mandala, the thing with all the little designs on it. So
Yeah.
it was like I'm now coloring my bookmark and I feel excited about it because it's like once I color it all cute and I actually take my time and like really look at it, which is the self care aspect because I'm being mindful and like just focusing on the task. But it's like now I get to use it for something versus just having random coloring sheets, which is sometimes what I don't like about just printing out like a regular coloring sheet and coloring. So I really appreciate the it's like a coloring journal they gave us and then the bookmark. That's really, really helpful.
Okay. Yes. To coloring.
Yes.
So for a trick and how you could trick yourself, you already talked about, your schedule and stuff like that. But to take it a step further, when you're filling out your schedule, you want to make a priority list. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because people will ask you to do favors for them. They'll ask you like, "Can you do this for me?" And then you can always look at your priority list, or you look at your schedule, and then say, "Is this a priority, or do I have something more important to do?" And then that you can trick yourself into being okay with saying no.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people like have a good heart and are kind and don't know how to say no sometimes. But if you put yourself first and plan out your schedule and make a priority list, you won't feel bad for saying no because you have things that you have to accomplish yourself and you have to put you first.
Yes. You gotta put you first, Lucian. Yes. Definitely. I recently just did that. I had to literally order and number everything. It's like writing everything down is no longer enough. That was like the first step. That's like the baby steps to like self care for taking care of your time and controlling your schedule. But once you start to walk a little bit, you will realize that that's not enough to just write everything down. Now you got to order it. Or else you still going to be stuck or feel like you don't know what to do or you don't know where to start because it's just a list of stuff to do. It's like now it's out of your head, it's onto paper, which is a great first step. But now you got to number it, order it, rank it from least important. What can I do? What can I not do today if I don't have to, or if it doesn't get done, it won't be such a big deal. It's important to prioritize for sure.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. Do you have any systems or anything you use to prioritize tasks?
So of course, I use Passion Planner. They have
Mm-hmm.
like a priority, then like it's like the next priority, then they have errands at the bottom. So
Mm-hmm.
what I do is I always list my top 3 to 4 priorities of the day. I put a star by the ones that like are extremely important, and those are the ones that usually have like a deadline attached to them, and then I just go from there.
Okay, I like that. I definitely, I'm a handwriter. And then it's like I'm now getting into typing stuff up because the only thing with handwriting, you got to make sure you got whatever you wrote on everywhere you go, or
Hmm.
else your schedule gonna be thrown off. So I'm just now getting more into. Um, I do the Google form boxes to where
Hmm.
you can check it, and it'll go ahead and cross the whole thing out.
Yes, I utilize Google Calendar too. So I have
Oh
multiple
yeah.
schedules, but I gotta write it down first. Like I'm a writer at the end of the day, so I have to write it down first. And of course, I put it in my phone as a reminder.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do one more treat, and then maybe we can share our treats with them.
Yes.
Okay, so for my last treat, something I like to do to engage in self care is exercise, moving my body, but not the typical exercise in the gym. But I like to do yoga. I like to do mindfulness activities. I
Hmm.
like to do walks. I like to do Zumba. Like I like to go to the classes at my school. And even if I can't do any classes for that day or that week, I have to walk like every single day. And I end up walking probably around 30 minutes a day just from like getting up, moving my body. So I don't
Hmm.
feel like you have to do some type of vigorous exercise. Do whatever works for you, do whatever is fun, do whatever excites you. But I just love yoga. That's like my favorite self care activity to do of all time, as far as physical.
Yes, I love that too. Cause you gotta take care of your body. You only get one, so I love that. As a piggyback, this not my treat, but I started going to physical therapy where they give you like different exercises you can do at home that's not strenuous on your body. And then
Mm,
it helps you like become more flexible and stretch more. So I love that because I can take those exercises with me even when I'm done with physical therapy and continue to do them.
yes. We love a good behavioral technique.
Yes. So my last treat is treat yourself to a few compliments from yourself. So I like to do this in different ways, whether that's writing like affirmations about myself on sticky notes. I also like recorded an affirmation video, me saying my name and then all like the characteristics that I have and what I'm aspiring to. I also like talk to myself in the mirror. So if I'm doing my hair, I be like, "Oh, hair, you is flourishing, you is growing. Look at you!"
Yes.
Like I like hype myself up, hype my hair up because our hair grows, plants grow, and they say when you talk to it,
Yes.
it's you giving it positive energy and positive affirmation. So why not talk to yourself and give you that same positive energy and positive affirmations instead of waiting for others to do that for you?
I like that. Yes, love a good mirror talk. A good mirror pep talk too.
Yes.
It'll change your whole day. I literally had a mirror vibe going the other morning where I was just like in the mirror dancing, listening to music. It started my whole day completely right. The rest of the day was great.
Yes. I think
Okay.
these were good. So you want to share our treats now?
Yes. So my treat is a Sprite.
This is not an endorsement, by the way.
Yes, this is
Right, hit us up if you want one.
like this is um one of the baby Sprites. So I'm like, I literally been waiting for it all day, and it's self care because I don't normally drink pop, but
Mhm.
why why not?
Yes,
Okay,
girl.
what's your treat?
So I have two treats. You see, you kind of saw me drinking it throughout the time. So one of my treats is hot cocoa with cinnamon in it, and I also put marshmallows in it. You know, just make it a little
Yeah.
sweet. And then I also have cinnamon rolls. I
Oh,
thought since it's getting, a little cool outside, I do like a hot and savory type of treat. So yeah.
mm-hmm. I like that. Well, not that. I don't like cinnamon rolls, but I like the sweet and savory, you know, vibe going on because it is
Yes.
getting cold. It was raining all day here today. So
Oh no.
yes, girl. I'm trying not to get sick by any means necessary. So I'm about to start taking drinking some orange juice and now and like taking my vitamins and stuff.
Okay. Well, take care of you.
Self care. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining our live with us. We talked about trick or treat yourself into self care. Hopefully, you got some strategies that you can start to implement, whether it's purposeful or whether you have to trick yourself into it. And again, my name is Keysha Milana. I'm one of the hosts of the 21 Minutes or Less podcast.
And I am Nakiea Smith. You can follow me on my personal page at MISS Butterfly 21.
Yes, and you can follow our page at 21 Minutes or Less on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And then you can follow my personal page as well at Keysha Malama.
Yes. And always remember, as cliche as it sounds, self care is not selfish. So get it out your head and take care of yourself.
Yes. And we'll see y'all on our next live. We go live every other Monday. So we are
Or it's
doing
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes, but
You
I'm
wish
telling
treat
them,
yourself Tuesday, okay?
yes, yes. But normally we are going to go live on every other Monday. So tune in 2 weeks on Monday. See y'all.